Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the concept behind machine learning in a very simplified manner so that anyone who's watching this video can grasp it and understand it. Before we delve into machine learning, let us take a look at the traditional computer programming paradigm. So the traditional computer programming world, we have a set of input or some data. We write a function that works on this input or takes this input as parameters and performs some operations, conditions, or some rules on this input data and generates an output for us. That is the traditional computer programming in a nutshell. Let us extrapolate this. Say I have an input data which contains the education qualifications of a certain set of people. I write a function to process these education qualifications, and I want this function to decide what is the salary I should pay each person depending on their education qualification. This is a very simple function which takes in only one input parameter. So let's take a look at this in the graphical format. So I can have the education on the x-axis, I can have the salary that is generated for my function on the y-axis, and I could have my function f of education. I could pass all the input education values and find out what is the salary the function would return for me for each education values. If I were to pass in a lot of values, I would get a smooth curve representing this function. I've written this function for only a single parameter, but we could do this for any number of parameters. Say for example, I have taken another parameter called experience. Though it's hard to visualize in a 2D space, but let us take a look at adding another parameter. So I could have experience and I could take the education and experience as input parameters, write a function to process them and generate the expected output salary that I should pay a person depending on his education and experience. This is the traditional computer programming in simplest terms. In machine learning, we reverse this paradigm. We do not write this function, but we have the machine learning algorithm learn from the data and approximate this function for you. So let's take a look. In machine learning, we have the input set of data and we have the output data or the data that you wish to predict. So we pass the input and the output data to a machine learning algorithm of our choice, and the machine learning algorithm then generates the fbar input function, which is the approximation of the function, or we also term this as the model. We can then pass other input data into this model and generate the approximate output for it. Let us extrapolate this. Say I have an education qualification as my input values, and I have the salary output that has been collected as a part of the historical data collection. So I have the education on the x-axis, I have the salary on the y-axis, and if I plot the graph, I will get some values. Now I have to approximate these values or the best fit curve that fits these values. So I pass both the input and the output into my machine learning algorithm, and I would get this best fit curve that best approximates this data, and this resulted approximation function, which is called fbar education, is also known as the model. Now I could also, I explained earlier, do this for any number of input parameters, we also term as features, and I could pass these input features and the output into the machine learning algorithm and generate the model for you. So this is how machine learning works in its simplest of ways, and I hope this video has helped you understand the concept behind machine learning. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and like and comment on my video, and let me know which videos in this space you would like to see more, and I will do my best to make some more videos on those topics. Thank you.